Alright, I said I wasn't going to film anymore until I was at the belt sander, but I like watching this myself. And I think there's 2 or 3 of you that do. So I was just doing some carving and was so kind of into it that I thought I'd get the camera and turn it on.
Thank you.
belt sander. Well, that looks great, right? 21 minutes, another good session. I'm just about sweated out. Let's see, how hot did it get in here? Oh, I'm loving it. Didn't even make it to 90. We're at 86 degrees. 5 degrees warmer than yesterday, but guarantee you it'd be well over 100. My old shop with a tin roof and only half insulated, I routinely worked at 104, 106 in that kind of range, in the middle of the afternoon. So this is fantastic. That was $1,000 well spent on the insulation. Would have rather had a new gun, but I got a cool shop. I'm going to make some big insulated boxes for the metal garage doors. There's 2 of them. I'm going to remove the metal doors and their hardware. That'll make room for the airplane wing table. And I'm going to make 2 big plywood and 2x4 boxes that'll go bolt in place of those 2 metal doors. Remembering it's a concrete block shop and house. So and I'll sound insulate that, and they'll both bolt in, so if I need to, bring big equipment in or out, that's not a problem. And then one of them I'll put a man door in there, probably a pretty good sized one, and an air conditioner. And then I think since this place is insulated and being solid concrete, the rest of the house stays pretty darn cool. I've got a little tiny air conditioner in the living room that brings it down enough to be comfortable. So that's the rest of the plan. And of course that'll make summer nice. Still got to work on winter. Of course, the insulation is going to go a long way to keeping the heat in, and I got a little potbelly stove here. I was thinking about installing. I got enough scrap wood to burn, probably save it through the summer and burn it through the winter. Alright guys, maybe next time I turn the camera on I'll be at the belt sander. I think I'm basically done. This is all finished cut right here. You saw me pointing at this. This is really thin. I don't want to run the risk of splintering it by trying to cut this off. It'll melt away on the belt sander in like 15 seconds, probably less, probably 5 seconds. So that's fine. I did define the datum that I'll sand to here on the top of that. This turned out to, it must have already been done to the finished level because I couldn't touch wood there. And I did this, I never try to get this perfect. It'll just be an undercut mess. This is really nice the way I've got it. It'll just take a few minutes on the belt sander to sand that round. And it's just safer there. The same thing here. I got this down to kind of a fat level. Got all this extra wood here. This just melts off on the belt sander. So I'm going to take this down a little bit on the belt sander and give it a little bit of a curved shape. And that's going to make this paper thin. It might even make it disappear, but it'll probably just make it paper thin, and then I'll sand it off. And same thing here with this extra wood. This is going to be sanded and shaped with a drum sander, so I'm just going to take that off with the drum sander. It just seems safer than trying to deal with this. So, yep, that's all that. Same thing here. Now, I do have another operation to do that I'm probably not going to bring you along for, which is to finish taking the sides down to the finished width. I mean, that's just kind of a no-brainer. I'm not going to go around the corner. I'm just going to take the sides down, and I'm going to shape a curve into it on the belt sander. And I might put the scary lawn bit back in here and trim this out. But it's also not too hard to do on the drum sander. And sometimes, you know, I get this close, it's like, I'd rather take an extra 5 minutes with the sanding tool and know it's going to not be an issue than to put horsepower into it and risk, splintering it off or something at this point. When it's basically done. Yep. I can't wait. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be lightweight too. It's got a very nice thin profile. Feels very close to the Master. It's got this really cool line here. I can't wait to develop that. I think that's going to look really nice. I don't know, is it really all that cool now that I've done it a half a dozen times? But I'm liking it. I keep looking for other lines. There's a lot of ways you can find lines. You know, I could get kind of crazy with this whole kind of swooping curve concept. Alright guys, showers in my future. I'm out.